Welcome to World News by Halandzovskyi. If you value calm, accurate, and deeply analytical reporting on world events, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share your perspective. Today, we bring a major update from Europe, a breakthrough agreement among European Union leaders to use frozen Russian assets in direct support of Ukraine, marking a decisive shift in economic and geopolitical strategy. Since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Western nations, especially in Europe, imposed sweeping sanctions on Moscow. A central part of that effort was the freezing of Russian state and private assets, central bank reserves, sovereign wealth funds, corporate holdings, and investment portfolios worth tens of billions of dollars. Until now, those assets were effectively immobilized, held in European and allied financial institutions, but not actively used. Part of the reason was legal caution. Central bank reserves, in particular, are normally protected under international financial law. The question of whether they can be repurposed for reconstruction or defense aid had divided European capitals and legal scholars. Now, after months of negotiations, the European Union has reached a historic decision. EU leaders agreed on a framework that allows a portion of these frozen assets to be channeled in a controlled, legal manner to support Ukraine's immediate defense needs and long-term rebuilding. This includes funds for stabilizing the economy, backing critical infrastructure projects, and bolstering Ukraine's fiscal resilience in the face of ongoing war damage. Support for the plan came from a coalition of EU member states most directly affected by Russia's aggression and those who argue that punitive sanctions should translate into tangible help for the victims of war. For them, the decision represents not only financial assistance, but a powerful statement of European unity and purpose. European officials emphasized that this step was taken under strict legal frameworks. Laws have been updated and safeguards put in place to ensure that the use of frozen assets complies with both EU law and international financial norms. The argument was that exceptional circumstances, including massive destruction and humanitarian crisis, justified an exceptional response. The EU's decision drew a range of reactions: enthusiastic support from Ukraine and its allies, and sharp condemnation from Moscow. In Kyiv, officials welcomed the announcement, saying it offered hope for sustained support and a stronger foundation for reconstruction and defense. Ukrainian leaders described the move as a form of justice, turning the economic costs imposed on Russia back into support for those affected by its invasion. Across Europe, many governments also defended the decision on moral grounds. They argued that countries attacking their neighbors should not be able to benefit, even indirectly, from resources controlled by the global financial system. However, critics raised concerns about precedent and legal implications. Central bank reserves are traditionally held inviolate, protected by international law to ensure confidence in global finance. Repurposing these funds, even in extraordinary circumstances, could have long-term consequences for how sovereign assets are treated in future crises. Some economists warn that this could alter investor behavior or complicate international financial relations. From the Russian perspective, the move was condemned as an illegal seizure of sovereign wealth, a claim echoed loudly by Moscow's state media and officials. They argued that repurposing assets undermines financial norms and could escalate existing tensions. Internationally, the decision has sent shockwaves. It signals that major Western economies are willing to take unprecedented steps to defend democratic principles and respond to aggression. Allies in North America and Asia welcomed Europe's stance, though some also cautioned that legal clarity and transparent frameworks are essential to maintain trust in international financial systems. For Ukraine, the financial boost comes at a crucial moment. The country continues to bear the economic cost of war, infrastructure destroyed, industries disrupted, and social services stretched. The ability to draw on structured, legal support from frozen assets could help stabilize the economy and provide a bridge to future reconstruction and recovery. Finally, the decision highlights a broader evolution in sanctions policy, from merely punitive action to strategic support. By turning frozen wealth into active assistance, Europe is sending a message: acts of aggression can carry economic consequences that extend beyond immediate sanctions, shaping long-term financial and political realities. Thank you for watching this report on World News by Halandzovskyi. If you found this analysis informative, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share your perspective. Independent reporting helps explain the world's most complex stories. Stay informed, and see you in the next update.